Theory is a team of people with diverse beliefs, religions, sexual orientations, and gender identities. Our goal is to tell mature stories that are meant to be a source of reflection for players. We would like to point out that in creating a game that draws so much inspiration from the past, we could not leave out the portrayal of certain attitudes and views that are rightly considered unacceptable today. The stories of historical characters present in the game are a loose interpretation of real events or entirely a product of our collective imagination. Hello guys, I am the Popskyy, and welcome to the demo of Thaumaturge! I think I said that right, as I'm staring down the cat. I'm basing it off of the spell in D&D, Thaumaturge. But yeah, and now I have a cat in my lap. Mr. Boo. No. Paws off the desk, mister. If you would lay down and stay put for a bit, it's fine. But you can't stay put. Alright, so, nope, that's it. Off the desk, mister. Desk is a no zone. Anyway, so dialogue is on. Subtitles are displayed. Excellent. Density of crowds. We'll go with it. Pressing a button. Yes, please. Depth triggers. Hopefully the game will explain. Shameless to me. Let's just dive right on in, shall we? The steel rails are a portal to other worlds for the most common language. Thaumaturge is a word deriving from Greek. It means miracles. A thaumaturge, or tempermancer, is one able to discover secrets lingering in persons or places. They recognize flaws or stigmas imprinted on the soul, on the human psyche, and can bring them to the surface. Are they a doctor of souls? It is impossible to fully name the essence of a thaumaturge without being born one. Okay. That's the cutscene. Shh. Okay. Alright, of course, Fool's Theory. Previous group, 11-bit. I think it's 11-bit. I'm already bad here. That's why I shouldn't record on, like, little sleep.
For years I've been seeing you in my dreams. And lately, more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you.
Excuse me.
I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since you last wrote. I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through. Remember, you're not alone.
All right.
I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health, just as you requested.
Okay. Apologies.
He doesn't know your intention, and with God as my witness, he'll not find out from me. I know you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle. But such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help. I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now, does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have. Rike.
Okay. I'm already interested. right, sir. Where are we?
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
What's your message?
Let's go ahead and just dictate the message.
Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope he will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
Please add, my love to you, my sister.
Touching. From whom?
My name is Viktor Szulski. S-Z-U-L-S-K-I. And Viktor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw. Russia.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere, on every map.
Maps change. I know. Let's get on with it.
Pardon?
Nothing.
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Loony.
Hey. Alright, we're in Transco. I'm not even gonna attempt to get that correct. Lost letter. Dear Antony. It feels like ages has passed since your last letter. Or maybe it's just the winter. Whoops. Winter that makes everything good and warm seem distant. As you can guess, the life of an exile does not spoil me. Years ago, I was uprooted from my homeland and sent to a foreign land among foreign people to fight under the Russian banner. And how am I today? I live among people who hate me. I am losing my health and my mind and cultivating the land that I fertilized with the blood and flesh of its sons. And I can't leave here. I can't stop reminiscing. Death seems to be my only means of escape. Please pray for me. Constantine. Excuse me. I don't think this letter will make it through the censorship, but if it does, please tell Annika, I'm gonna butcher these names, I apologize, that the thought of her brought me solace until the very end. Dear Jenko, please stop with the gentry snobbery and listen to what I tell you. Times are changing. You can no longer rely solely on property ownership. The peasants are different now, and it's not at all clear how things will turn out in the coming years. You just have to look. Wherever you turn, you hear about revolts and peasant guerrillas going at the lords with pitchforks. We have to protect ourselves, have something on the side, some business that will allow us to live with dignity. That's why I'm telling you for the last time, go to the bank in Tiflis and take a loan against half of our assets in the Caucasus. I think I'm saying that right. I do apologize if I'm not. Invest in the oil business in Baku. The railroad is already getting there. The world needs kerosene. You need to act. I will send you all the documents and authorizations. Don't delay any longer. Greetings, Lou. I have a cat who really wants to be clingy. Alright, as a Thaumaturge, you possess exceptional perception. You can see things that are hidden from sight. You can anticipate the enemy's actions. You can follow traces of emotions, thoughts, actions, words, and you can reach the goal easier. Whoa. Oh, okay. That way. No, whoa! I almost got run over by a train and I have a cat on my leg. Hi, boo. Okay. Things are peaceful here. Okay, kind of stymied, but that's okay. There's something I can read over here. The Tiflis Herald. The tragic events of October 29th have cast a shadow on the city of Tiflis, leaving it in deep mourning. Yesterday's rally, where reform proposals set out by Minister Alexander Bulgian was brutally interrupted by Cossack troops that stormed inside the municipal board building. Armed Cossacks entered the conference room, wreaking havoc in the turmoil. 60 people were killed and only over 100 were injured. People are shocked at another instance of unjustified aggression against the nation of Georgia. Sorry, mister. We got stuck. Many believe more mass strikes are inevitable. Okay. Hello, sir.
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir.
Behave.
The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, climb in.
Well, thank you.
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with.
A good tip for visitors might be to be avoid. Whoa! Don't eat yellow snow is what it's saying. Hey, mister. Prologue, hoping for the better. I don't know how long I don't know where the demo takes us. If it just takes us to the prologue.
Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
Okay, so you need that direction. I just want to see how far the game will let me... Okay. I was wondering how far the game would let me travel. I think he's talking to the horse. I think they're talking about me. Oh. A lot of people concerned because I'm walking around with the book. I mean, yes, I could see how that'd be a little strange back in 1900. Proletarius, we're not going to try that one. Soon the day will come when the people will throw off their hated shackles with one stroke of the mighty arm. Hardened by work and struggle with misery, they will get rid of the despised Tsar. May the recent event so agonizing for many be a torch that will kindle the flame of a just revolution. It will only take a few people to raise their heads proudly and abandon their work for the flame to become an inferno that will consume the oppressor and cleanse our lands. It is already happening. Workers in major cities are preparing for action, and the country folk are also joining the fray. The hour of our trial is upon us. Let us not lose heart. Oh, alright. So here's our... We've got conclusions. A whole bunch of story pieces. Saluters. I'm not quite sure. Family. Alright, Thaumaturge. This must be our skill tree, in a way. Oh, many people have flaws, but only Thaumaturges are aware of their existence. These are blemishes on a personality created as a result of turbulent experiences. They attract saluters and allow young Thaumaturges to make pact with their first saluter. Or salutor. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hey, mister. Your flaws, pride. If you nurture it by making the right choices, it will impact the courses of events in the future. And then this thing, up your. I hope they say it because I kind of want to know the pronunciation. Eerie intoxication, 5 to 6, 17 to 20, bloody penance. 1 for Liberum Vito. And Not of This World is 16 to 21. I hope the game will explain what those numbers and figures are. Hello, Luca.
Gentlemen, is this the tavern here?
Hey, Putnik. You coming from far?
Indeed, I'm tired.
Nice boots. Are they warm?
Alright, a proud answer is it is not only it not only draws from your flaw of pride's level, but will also feed it even more.
Actually, I have particularly warm boots. Thanks.
And sooner or later, these might kick their arses.
Don't tempt me, Luca. Don't tempt me. Give me a sec. Got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
It's your snummy. We're the Tsar's soldiers.
Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
Alright, when your enemies lose all their health points, you win the fight. The enemy's health points are shown on bars below their feet, while your health points are represented by a bar in the bottom left corner of the screen. Alright, start the fight. Plan your attack. Select the skill icon above your opponent. Now we're gonna go ahead and just take him down. Oh, that's sharp. Perception allows you to anticipate the enemy's actions. To find out what they are planning, unfold the actions queue at the top of the screen. Each skill excuse me, has its own speed. Slower skills are more powerful but require preparation, bringing the risk of an enemy attacking first. Must wait around before using it. You know, we've got some life. Let's do it. Ooh, nice shot. And then we'll just pop him in the face with a quick punch.
There's the Ruskies right. They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
Can I pet the puppy? I can pet the puppy.
Boy.
Okay, well, pet is a... I mean, I didn't go through the action. I did pet, but not the actual action of petting. Alright, Thaumaturge points on the Grimoire's cover. There are available Thaumaturge points that you can spend on the tree, purchase skill upgrades, improve your powers with any dimension, and hunt Salvatores to enable further development. Alright, so heart, we've already got one. Oh, I think I already have those, okay. Alright, so skill upgrade. Gamble gives a 60% chance of dealing double damage. Dimension Force upgraded adds a point to Dimension Heart. Relaxation restores your focus, while Dimension Force Mind adds a point to Dimension Mind. Thief Thought reduces focus by 1 additional point if the enemy is in the suffering state. Interesting. And of course adds to Deed. Word gives a 50% chance of interrupting the enemy's planned action. You know what? I kind of want to do that one. So we get a point in Word, and we have the ability to interrupt the enemy's planned action. The next time we get a chance, we could cast, or we could get Powerful Mind, Mental Defense, Self-Cast, makes you lose focus instead of taking damage with a 4-to-1 ratio. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's go inside. As I get stuck on a bench. News from Yerevan. Our correspondents report that the newly appointed Governor General of the Yerevan Province, Prince Napoleon Louis Joseph Jerome Bonaparte, has just arrived in town. The highest officials were present at the welcoming ceremony, following a dinner with representatives from Yerevan's most eminent facilities. The Governor General's address to the townspeople is expected in the next few days. And again, I apologize for the lack of pronunciation. correct pronunciation. I do apologize. Is this the dude we're talking about? Are we talking about Rasputin?
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Efimovich Rasputin?
That's Rasputin. One the same.
I forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time,
And you expected a thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
Yes, I've heard. Especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases. Inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
You know what? I kind of want to see it for myself.
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a Thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
Let's start out.
I'm from Warsaw,
So, from Russia.
Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Viktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a Thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
Okay.
What would you like me to do, sir?
I've met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this.
Alright. Observation prayer beads. Time-worn prayer beads with 30 woolen knots. The zeal gushing from the beads impregnates the wool better than the tallow from the owner's strong fingers. The object pulses with a mixture of blue rapture, purple passion, and graphite fierceness. The touch of the beads burns, but it also attracts. Rasputin's wish. Rasputin has a magnetic zeal and passion. He's a man with attractive personality, strong and fierce, who is easy to follow. One just has to be careful not to get burned by the flame of his ardor. Okay.
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Right. Observations are information that you acquire by interacting with people and items. Observations make up conclusions, a valuable source of knowledge about the world and the events that can help you in different situations. Thaumaturges possess perception, which allows them to read other people's emotions, actions, words, and thoughts left on items. In order to recognize them, you must develop the heart, deed, word, and mind dimension sufficiently. On some items, you'll find a trace of someone's personality. It takes one of three forms. Unknown, you've seen it for the first time. Familiar, you've seen it before, but you're not certain who it belongs to. Certain, you know exactly who left it. Traces are only revealed once you pass the test of perception on the item.
Let's take a look around.
Alright, time to... Alright, haircloth, a penitential device for voluntary self-mortification on the body. Dimension force too low. Okay.
who would have thought there were such layers of passion within him?
Alright, prayer book. An ornate prayer book containing prayers for the Russian Orthodox Rite. It vibrates with a languishing moan of delight, the touch of silk, the scent of courtly powder. With that which is soft and warm is also pierced by the thorn of impending separation and longing. Rasputin's passions. Who would have thought that this priest had such passion? Surprisingly, the mask of a healer conceals an outstanding lover, irresistible to women's hearts and bodies. Perhaps this is one of his healing methods.
Even prayer can't dampen the wrath smoldering within Rasputin.
Alright, dirty bowl. Dirty bowl that someone's eaten stew from. Words are clinging to the bowl like unwashed scraps from a recent meal. Neat lines of prayer float into the sky, swirl and fade, overtaken by a curse thrown out in a fit of passion. A hobbling cunt. Pardon my language. Rasputin's words. Even prayer can't dampen the wrath smoldering in Rasputin. Spiritual focus struggles under the weight of strong emotions. His calmness is a sham. He is no oasis of peace. Okay, anything else? Hi, kid. Boy, okay. Oops, right one. I guess let's talk to him.
What have you learned, wizard?
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend.
You didn't like your breakfast, buckwheat with venison fat. You cursed the person who prepared it. You called her a hobbling cunt, correct?
Have a seat.
Rasputin will remember this. That's not great.
Tell me again, why were you looking for me?
Yeah.
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind, I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
Yeah.
I've got money, if that's what matters.
Give it to the needy. Your riches mean nothing to me. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. Some I've helped, others I can't say. And I've never treated a Thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind. Let me see through your eyes. Let me...
Where am I? Rasputin. There's no one in here.
Alright, let's go. It's weird. Kind of a bubble of darkness around us as we're... Go... Hello.
to get out of here.
That's the plan.
What is this sound? Shackles?
Oh, hello. What are we?
You're blind. You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, Father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind.
Those shackles are clanking.
Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
Oh, I do. What on earth?
I can see, Father. Clearly.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
I'm sorry. Where did Rasputin? Where did everybody go?
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Enough.
Yes, absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
Give me a minute.
I'm just heading out. It's so good to see you again. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a salutar, unbound by a pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
Okay. I will move. Oh, it's just showing me. Okay. I won't sit and read everything. Quests have multiple objectives. Freely switched for the one you'd like to track. After switching, the objective will reveal a path to follow. Sometimes this path is so mysterious that it eludes even an experienced thaumaturge. No worries, the remaining objectives will provide a way to solve the quest. Alright, it's giving me a direction to follow. Oh, hey, what's up?
Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery. It's not like anyone there is going to run away. And look, my horse is more dead than alive.
The coachman doesn't want me to take doesn't want to take me to the cemetery. If I use my power, I should be able to change his attitude.
I'll be right back.
Alright, using Thaumaturge, you can manipulate other people. First, you must know a person's secrets, which you can learn by making conclusions. If the manipulation is available, the character icon will change and the Uper will appear next to the character. Alright. The rag reeked with the sour odor of fatigue. Attempts to free the wheels from the soft soil made the spine crack like a fishbone and the muscles burn with fire. And no one would help. Such was his job. Such was his fate. Shovel! The shovel still showed traces of mud and ice. The coachman had to free the wagon from the soft soil that had engulfed them. Well, the coachman is tired and weary. He's worked hard at unloading the wagon alone, and all he dreams of is a moment of rest. I can relieve his suffering. Okay. Manipulate.
I'm not going anywhere.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I meant to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
Thank you. Get a wagon. Okay. Alright, so of course... Hey, what is your deal? Okay, we are going to do a quick search around here, just because I can. Oh, what's this?
I failed.
Dimension D too low. Elder Vasily died only a year ago, and his Doomstone has clearly already been damaged. Why? Alright, so let's go ahead and talk ourselves.
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
What's up, little girl? I got a belly.
I don't have enough words to thank you for what you've done for me. I haven't felt this way in years.
I'm glad I could help.
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see, to them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other Yafyets.
What? Alright, Doom. Locals say that since the death of the village elder, a doom has hung over the village. Minor quarrels immediately turn into bloody fights, and people are tense and withdrawn. Things are not looking good. Alright, well.
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a Bukavach.
Bukavach.
As the creature hunting you, rattle chains, slither around and have a mouth full of giant fangs.
A Bukavach.
Okay.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Let's allow Vasily's soul to rest for today. Amen.
All right. Ooh, there's an entry. A Bukavach. Sometimes mentioned in Tales and Legends of Syrmia, part of the Kingdom of Slavonia. They personify brutal force and the inexorable punishment for sins which is bound to come. There's also a Paimon. Okay. Well, where to now? I guess we're going off to the burned homestead. Entering this cursed land. My cats are being really clingy today. Have I learned anything? Not yet, but I haven't really looked yet.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
A destroyed door frame. By some miracle, it survived the fire. Thick lines of wood grain are visible on the frame. They arrange themselves into words, carved as if by a chisel. They scream about an attempt to break down the door, about the hinges finally letting go. They scream into a deaf void. Fear of the flames have embedded themselves deep in the fabric of the doorframe, and trepidation about losing a loved one. What is your deal, cat? You don't normally try to get in my lap, darling. What's your deal?
A horrible death.
The dried blood stain has soaked deep into the burned boards of the house. The blood sounds like suffering. It flowed quickly. The wound inflicted by the scissors wasn't large, but it was accurate. Life left the body. The heart went into a spasm. And the mind recognized the end. It lasted for some time, and then the flames came, and pain resounded anew. Okay. Anything else I can learn as I'm here before I talk to Rasputin here? Bucket.
True fear.
Oh no, it's a doll. A charred rag doll. It appears old. The doll is caked with hard crust of fear. Its layers are like the varnish of an age-old painting. A child's fear, a girl's terror, a young woman's dread. They form a cocoon smelling of turpentine that constricts the throat and forces tears from the eyes. Interessante here. Doesn't appear that I'm picking up too much else at this point.
I felt something. Where is it?
There it is.
Something is off.
A charred old trouser belt with a heavy metal buckle, but I don't have enough deed point yet to... Nope. What's up, buddy?
This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime. The murder gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it? I'll find you when I track down the murderer.
Alright, the wild Thaumaturge has emerged from hiding. It is the one called Bukavak. A blow dealt in a fit of rage, murder and fire. These events spawed the flaw that lured Bukavak. I need to find the people who were here on the night the house burned down.
Victor!
Hey!
I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Hey.
Why the hurry, Father? We're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's army?
Why are
There
they
are
called,
no Russian outposts
why are they
here.
called deserters?
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
Oh.
I can do exactly the same to all of you.
Let's do it. Come on.
He's not as weak as he looks. He actually looks better than he did the other day.
But not counting the priest. He's still alone.
Not anymore, I'm not.
Ooh, I do have a Thaumaturge point. Score. Oh, hey. Oh, apparently I get a bunch of skills based on what suitor I have. Well, I guess let's go ahead and boost up the D point. I also apparently have... Each skill can be upgraded. Place the upgrade in the designated spot on the skill icon. Each upgrade takes some space. Choose wisely. Alright, let's do this. In order to launch a strong attack against the enemy, you must take away all of their focus, causing them to enter the breakdown state. Strong attacks are much more powerful than other skills and allow the fight to end quicker. Alright, select the diversion skill to lower an enemy's focus. Alright. Let's go ahead and reduce your focus. The enemy has lost all of their focus, is now in the breakdown state. It's a great chance to launch a strong attack. I'm assuming that's the one I'd want to use. Oh, strong hit. Whoa. Alright, not of this world. Ow. Enemy's not in the breakdown state. Well, let's try that again. We're doing pretty decent damage, or just me. Alright, let's try breaking you down again. Break him down. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright, so 23. I just need to do 4. Enough to get healed.
You're right, sir.
Me? Yes, but can these salutors also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're right, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back. I have to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about what happened here.
Okay, but real quick, can I... Does that exist still, or that... Oh no, that's the... Hi, cat. Does that doll no longer exist? Yeah, okay, the doll no longer exists. But it's good to know to try and boost up some of the skills. Not necessarily for... More for strategy's sake than anything else. All right. Back to the village. Just making sure that's on mute. Oh, a protective charm made of sticks, strings, and feathers is supposed to protect residents from the influence of evil powers. I also hear a cat. Okay, no, I just want to make sure that I'm not going... That there wasn't necessarily anything on the road behind me. I hear chickens. What sounds like a cat?
What do we have here?
Hello.
They'll all gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found. That's not yours, don't touch. All these newcomers causing more problems.
Alright, bruised crimson apple. Vesna was trembling, dropped a fruit basket, and left this orphan behind. Vesna has left her distinct trace on the fruit. It consists of a heart fluttering in panic and a throat painfully clenched. A bite of this apple would taste of pure fear. Vesna spells of fear. Her nerves are badly strained. Her heart is trembling, her fingers are stiff from anxiety, and her mind wanders lost in the wilderness of fear. You may be able to find her home and discover what's behind her jittery condition. Apparently, I do also have a Thaumaturge point. Gamble. Okay, for right now. Alright, so it is leading me that way, but I'm going to come around this way just to explore, because I like to explore. I like to figure out things that might be on the not-so-beaten path.
Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here.
Salt on the doorstep! Provides from, or protects from unwanted visitors and others' misfortunes. Someone or something strangled this goose. From the goose's twisted neck flows the anger and passion of the person who slaughtered the poor bird. The wave of emotions carry no desire for meat or feathers, only the sour taste of envy and the desire for all of Bogdan's property to go to hell.
Over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much, and he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away. You're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers. A witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him too?
Because you strangled mine. And what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
A dead goose lies between the quarreling peasants, the obvious bone of contention here. If the wise woman is to settle the dispute, she better do it quickly. It'll come to fisticuffs in a moment. It seems the neighbors quarreled over a goose strangled in the act of revenge, a classic of the genre.
Why don't you relax and listen to the words of a wise woman?
Well, all in all, it's... I'm sorry, Bogdan.
Come inside, and tell me what you're doing here.
Alright, let's go inside the woman's cottage here.
What do we have here?
Alright, Saint's icon, hand-painted icon. I think this is the state Thekla, the martyr. The wise woman's hands hover over the saint's head. They arrange themselves into gestures, subtle, pure snowflakes. Words with the spell spark like stars and sincerely beseech heaven for protection. For a girl who suffers evil on earth, who suffers too much of it. So, my dear son, my heart is crying. Have I harmed you so much that you write about me like this? That you renounce your legacy, your land, and your blood? I never said a word to you when you refused to farm with us, nor when you went to Tiflis to study, and now you're calling us stupid? Backward? You repeat after that rector of yours, I'm not even going to try, that Gregorian, or that Georgian, is the language of dogs, and you want to write me only in Russian? Child, Georgia flows in your blood. She is the salt in your tears and the glue in your bones. You will not renounce her. You can't. Oh, I was going to read the other thing.
The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
Okay.
You cursed him, didn't you? Vesna's father. You put some hex on him, right?
A spell. I help people, yes. Vesna had a problem with her father, and believes in curses, spells, and hexes. Is that all? Because, like I said, I don't want to waste time and die here gabbing with you.
Vasily had a dark side. A man who was a rock for the entire village became an abuser at home. He tortured Vesna for many years, turning her life into a nightmare.
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
Okay, because I did want to read this over here. Diary of an Oblate Priest. They say that every nation has its demons, its phantoms, ghosts, and nightmares were created to make naughty children behave. But I've gone halfway around the world preaching the word of God, and learned the truth. These demons, fiends, and devils, cursed by God, are real, and they are everywhere. In distant Syrmia, people who will misster the name Bukovic. I've already forgotten the pronunciation. A cruel beast whose presence brings wrath and commands people to inflict violence on their neighbors. A fairy tale, you say. But I have seen Bukovic here in Kratigorsk. Again, butchering names and pronunciations. I apologize. I heard the rattle of his chains and felt his fangs digging into my neck and tugging at every fiber of my soul. And I felt the fury that this wraith brings with it. The anger from which there is no escape. The taste of blood in my mouth that no prayer can erase. May the holy walls of the Oblate Church stop this beast. Blessed Virgin, keep me safe. Doesn't appear to be anything else. Let's talk to her again.
You've been going in so many circles, your head will spin.
A lot of people benefit from your wisdom. They're superstitious and timid, as far as I've been able to figure out. Easy to control, right?
Pot calling kettle. That, my boy, that you can ask that charlatan with fancy dress and beard. Who takes advantage of who here? Bah! The people here are believers, of course. But the spirit in the village is real too.
Is this spirit you're talking about, not a person?
I heard it howling. That's nothing human. One evil spirit here persecutes people, and you can hear it now and then, sometimes. Tragedies attract it, and impure thoughts. We here call it a Bukovac.
But other places probably call it other things.
An evil spirit's an evil spirit. It torments people and turns their weaknesses against them.
And what if I told you I could get rid of it?
I'd say I'll believe it when I see it. And I'd ask, how else can I help you?
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
So apparently we're still missing a thing or two. But doesn't seem to be anything else in here. What about outside? Oh, just the goose. Journal updated. Okay, there's the house. Just looking for things. Thankfully, it doesn't let me, you know, not burning through, like, uses or anything like that.
Am I sensing?
Broken ceramic trembles with anger and frustration. The quarrel erupted suddenly, spewing out bile of mutual complaints and grievances. Its sweet and pungent taste stupefied, compelled screaming, finger pointing, and hurting. The frenzy lasted until all were out of breath. A damaged axe shaft. Its trace it bears does not belong to Vesna. Although it already became moldy from disuse, it claims the memory of the spirit of the one who wielded it, a loader by choice with the disposition as tart of juniper berries. The shaft is overgrown with the thorns of bitter words, but there are others, warm, delicate as rose petals. They betray a love for someone who's not afraid of thorns, a love that is difficult but not accepting of violence. Luca, huh? In this house lives a married couple who do not mince their words. They argue violently, loudly, until they are out of breath, but they persist together, despite everything. Oh. Hi, buddy. What's up?
Now I know that woman's trace. Vesna and her husband both left traces of themselves at Vasily's burned-out farmstead. Luca sincerely loves his wife. You think he loves her strongly enough to kill for her? You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about that.
Alright. The shaft of the axe bears a distinct trace of Luca. It's identical to the one found in the burned frame. Hand-carved and elaborately painted wooden box. The box is marked with words of love, sweet as kisses, the name of Vesna and Luca intertwined, cuddling tenderly against the wood, against the delicate carvings, trying to protect them from the damp of the rain, from all the evil the world carries with it. Nope. Wrong button. Bow continues to strike again. Nope. I wanted to... Let's go ahead and give ourselves a point in mind. Just so I have it there. Anything? Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of anything else to explore there, so we'll knock on the door.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over.
Please open the door. I'd like to have a chat about your husband.
He'd better not be here when he gets back. He's not as talkative or polite as I am.
It is clear that this is not the first time Vesna has threatened someone with her husband. Luca must not have the best reputation in the village. Residents perceive Luca as a sullen churl and a recluse. However, he seems to have a soft spot. Luca was at Vasily's house on the night of the murder and the fire took place.
I know you're scared, but please, just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
Quick, you didn't even have to come out.
I think I've got something of yours. I found it by your father's burned-out farmhouse. You've imprinted your fear onto it. I know because I'm a Thaumaturge. I want to help.
What do you want to know?
Where can I find your husband?
In the clearing, by the forest. He's chopping wood with the others.
Thank you.
Get that thing out of here.
Okay. Done. That way. Okay. Alright, let's see if the wise woman has any more words of wisdom. Alright.
You've been going in so many circles, your head will spin.
Still nothing, huh?
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
Look! I'm spinning around. Okay. Okay, forest clearing is yonder. Nope, nope. No, sir.
Again.
This time, it's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukavach.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Luca. It has to be Luca.
Do you still want to catch that Salutor?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Did you hear? We're going to see Luca Bogosian.
Alright. Forest clearing seems like a secluded place, but from afar I can sense powerful emotions. Oh, there's Luca.
I'm not here to fight.
Luca!
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
Why did you do this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one who brought the Salutor here. The spirit that you all say arrived in the village after Vasily's death. The Salutor is what's making fear consume you all and making you hot-headed. And it's because of your flaw, which has been within you since the murder took place.
A murder might just be about to take place.
Cut off his head.
What?
Tear off his head before he opens his mouth again.
Unless you're the one that killed him.
And I'd do it again if I could.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Get out of here.
Here you are, Popskyy. Vesna's flaw is mine, and you're mine.
This thing is so creepy. Alright, difficulty level. I want to focus on the story. That's the gamer I'm... hello! To defeat a wild Salutor, you must get rid of the shadows that are protecting him. Vanquishing the shadows will weaken him, but the weaker he is, the more fiercely he will fight back. The bard tells you when the wild Salutor sends more enemies against you. Alright, let's do this. There's a lot I gotta do for that. So let's... Okay, let's go and diverge. Try to break down your focus. Bukavach has caused you to enter the suffering state. States can have a benign or potentially deadly effect. Read their descriptions carefully and don't get caught off guard. Suffering receives damage 1 point at the end of every round. The effect stacks times 4. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of that focus and quick. Concussion. Not of this world. Alright, so you... Okay, this one's gonna be pretty easy. Alright, let's do this. Nope, action canceled because of the enemy. Okay, got it. Let's do that. Let's work on the focus. Seems to be pointing me that the focus seems like it's good as long as we stay intact. And it's not like our hooker here can't heal us if we do it correctly. Yeah, so if we get rid of the focus, as we do, for example, I'm going to go in quick attack, and then we'll go ahead and get healed up there. Acquired a flaw. Vehemence.
You lose. You're going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
Alright, taming a Salutor. You defeated Bukovac, the data dimension Salutor, but you cannot tame him on your own. Rasputin comes to your help. The untamed Salutor won't obey your orders, stops you from developing, and weakens your perception. Fortunately, Rasputin soothes his anger. You achieved the unachievable.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you alright?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
And you, why are you just standing there? Are you just letting them do this? Fine, I'll handle it myself. I did it before, and I can do it now.
What have you done? Go. You don't need to see this.
Think, Luca. Your feelings for Vesna are still true, I know that. Hear out her reasons before you do anything.
Okay. You two better not come back to the village!
As if we wanted to.
Okay. Oh, hi. Well, we've got this. There we go. Ooh, agony. Score. Okay. We'll pump some points up. Oops. Wrong button. Bow continues to strike again. Oh, hello, friend. What's up?
Excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. The things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
Did I just come across Bugs Bunny? Did he take that right turn at Albuquerque? Alright, nothing else. Postmaster! Hello, sir.
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail.
I've been a little busy, I apologize.
My condolences about your father. Do you still want to send something?
Alright.
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
Just a moment ago, I was thinking about Vienna or Budapest and going on from there to Paris, but now I've got to get to Warsaw first. What about you?
Thanks to you. I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor. Have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
Nope.
I haven't.
I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
Okay. Oh, look! Gentleman that needs to go to Albuquerque. Hop on! At least to get you slightly a bit more west. Alright, that is the prologue of the Thaumaturge. I don't know if the demo is gonna end me there at the prologue. Hello? I'm home. Oh, that's not ominous at all. You must be dreaming. Yeah, we're dreaming. But of what? Alright, house collapsing on itself, on top of us.
Warszawa! Warsaw! Warsaw! Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
I definitely didn't expect I'd be coming to my father's funeral so early.
I've noticed you two had certain differences in your views on life.
Yes, especially on my life. But admittedly, that's not a very exciting discovery. Is that all you've learned about me on our journey?
You drool in your sleep. Anything in there about Warsaw?
Workers are striking. They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade. The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then. Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and politics.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
Even without my powers, I can tell that hope is bringing people here from all three partitions. Miners, steelworkers, governesses, maids, speculators, thieves. I've forgotten to read a few of our fellow passengers' possessions, and I know that hope can have many faces.
Will you share that knowledge with me?
Yes, I will.
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up with guilt inside him. And this dandy, he's going whoring.
If there's something I've learned in life, Victor, it's never to neglect the horse.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warszawa.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
Yeah. Valid. Good frame rate's kind of nice to make your story-driven RPG, as it was a little chunky. The frame rate here. Folklore-inspired demons. Use our powers for good. I'm assuming good.
Just remember, there's no turning back.
And of course, Thaumaturge is available now. Menu. Take me back to the menu, please. Oh, hey, and it even gives me, the Bukovic. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out as I made it through the demo of the Thaumaturge. If you're enjoying this, or any of the other content that comes to the channel, drop a follow. Wait, sorry, I'm using my Twitch outro. But anyway, drop a follow on Twitch, subscribe to me here on YouTube, and come check out the next video in the future. Until then, I'm the Bowmeister, and as always, I have been obediently yours.